Hello everyone, my name is Marcos Rizzo, and I will be your presenter for the International Superfinal 2024. After a year of waiting, the best competitors come together to decide the next international champion. Recapitulating a little, this is the 8th edition of the championship. The first international champion was the Lamborghini Huracan Sporttrofeo, and not only was it champion, but it is the only 3-time international champion to date. It won the championship 3 times in a row. And in the 4th edition of the contest, it lost the final against the Honda S2000, losing in turn the 4-time championship. After that, the Lamborghini has not won an international title until now. After the Honda S2000 championship in 2020, the Lamborghini Miura SV, which represented the USA in 2021, would emerge as international champion, defeating the Pagani Huayra in the final, which came in as the best runner-up chosen at random. In 2022, the Lamborghini Chiron FKP37 would be crowned champion, defeating the current champion at that time, the Lamborghini Miura SV, but that edition was different, since that year was the 2022 International Superfinal, which had 32 teams and started from the group stage. And the last international champion was Bedlam. The Peruvian national champion of the year 2023 went with everything to the International of the same year, defeating everyone it faced, thus reaching the final against Formul8r, which arrived as the best second chosen at random. In this edition of the 2024 International Superfinal, the format will be changed. This time, it will not consist of 32 participants. The quota was expanded to 48 participants. The format follows the following points. The group stage draw will be made according to the performance obtained in the past editions of the Internationals, that is, they will be distributed by 3 pots, Pot 1, Pot 2, and Pot 3. In Pot 1 are the champions, runners-up, and those who have had the best performance in the Internationals. In Pot 2 are those who have experience with the tournament, but it is not enough to be part of Pot 1. And for Pot 3, they are the beginners and debutantes in this competition. As there are 48 participants, they now have 16 groups of 3 participants each. There are from Group A to Group P. Those classified for the next round will be the first 2 in each group. For a victory, they add 3 points. For a tie, they add 1 point for the participants who tied in the race, and 0 points are added for a loss. The best 32 participants qualify for the round of 32. The best 16 participants qualify for the round of 16. The best 8 participants qualify for the quarterfinals. The best 4 participants qualify for the semifinals, and the 2 best participants of the tournament qualify for the final. From the 16th to the final, in case of a tie, there will be a tiebreaker round that consists of a distance race, that is, whoever reaches the furthest goes to the next round, but this only applies if in the tiebreaker round you manage to cross the finish line completely. If you do not cross or do not cross at all, it will be awarded as not completed, and it will be the opponent's turn. Well, since I have explained to you what this edition will be like, let me introduce you to the 48 participants of the 2024 International Superfinal. Bedlam, current international champion. Lamborghini Chiron FKP37, international champion of the year 2022. Lamborghini Miura SV, international champion of the year 2021. Honda S2000, international champion of the year 2020. Lamborghini Huracan Sporttrofeo, 3-time international champion in 2017, 2018, and 2019. Formul8r, current international runner-up, who will most likely get revenge this day. Pagani Huayra, international runner-up of the year 2021. Koenigsegg Gemera, 2018 international runner-up. Koenigsegg Jesko, 2017 international runner-up. Lamborghini Aventador, current 3rd international place. Ford Focus RS, 3rd international place 2022. Chevy Tahoe, Dodge Charger. Porsche 911 GT3 RS, Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400, 95 Mazda RX-7, McLaren P1, Aston Martin Vantage GTE. Maximum Leeway 67 Ford GT40, classified as the Formula Hot Wheels Series champion. Dodge Challenger, classified for being 2nd in the Formula Hot Wheels Series. McLaren F1, classified for 3rd place in the Formula Hot Wheels Series. BMW 2002, ranked 4th in the Formula Hot Wheels Series, minus 2005 Ford Mustang. Dodge Challenger Drift Car, Nissan 180 X-Type, Power Rage, Electro Silhouette. Custom Mustang, Torque Twister, 2023 Nissan Z, Hotwire, Toyota Supra, Lancia Delta Integral, Bricking Speeder, Porsche 911 Carrera, 16 Cadillac, Mazda 787B, Roadster, Pagani Zonda R, McLaren Elva, Automobili Pininfarina Battista, Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, Cyber Speeder, Lamborghini Veneno, 11 Camaro, 84 Mustang. But if you notice, I said 47, not 48, and you may wonder, where's the remaining participant? Well, this last spot will be defined in a 1 versus 1 repechage. This round will consist of 2 races, and in case of a tie, it will be defined in a tie-breaker round. The competitors that will compete in the repechage are Lamborghini Veloce and Carbide. Whoever wins will automatically qualify for the 2024 International Superfinal. Lamborghini Veloce won the national competition in Ecuador and participated in the international competition in 2021 and 2022. However, it did not manage to repeat defeat in 2023, and today, it will fight for its place in the competition. Carbide is a debutante, which has not won any national championship, but can surprise. Let's see who wins. And Carbide is ranked number 48 for the 2024 International Superfinal. Congratulations to him and his technical command, they deserve it. Now, the draw for the 2024 group stage has already been carried out, and it was as follows. Group A, Automobili Pininfarina Battista, 2005 Ford Mustang and Ford Mustang Mach-E, 1400. Group B, Dodge Challenger Drift Car, Dodge Charger and Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Group C, 787B Mazda, 2011 Camaro and Nissan 180 X-Type. Group D, Roadster, Power Rage and 1980 for Mustang. Group E, Pagani Zonda R, Electro Silhouette and McLaren P1. Group F, Lamborghini Miura SV, Custom Mustang and Aston Martin Vantage. Group G, McLaren Elva, Lamborghini Aventador and Torque Twister. Group H, Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, Carbide, 2023 Nissan Z. Group I, Bedlam, Hotwired and McLaren F1. Group J, Toyota Supra, Dodge Challenger and Ford Focus RS. Group K, BMW 2002, Maximum Leeway and Lancia Delta Integral. Group L, Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, 67 Ford GT40. Group M, Cyber Speeder, Brinking Speed and Koenigsegg Gemera. Group N, Honda S2000, Pagani Huayra and Formul8r. Group O, Porsche 911 Camera, Chevy Tahoe and Lamborghini Chiron FKP37. Group P, Lamborghini Veneno, 2016 Cadillac and Koenigsegg Jesko. Now, let's start the event. Let's start the International Superfinal 2024. Let's start with Group A. Automobili Pininfarina Battista vs Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. Automobili Pininfarina Battista vs 2005 Ford Mustang. (2005 Ford Mustang vs Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400). And this is how the positions of Group A remain. The 2005 Ford Mustang and the Automobili Pininfarina Battista qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group B, Dodge Charger vs Dodge Challenger Drift Car. Dodge Charger vs Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Porsche 911 GT3 RS vs Dodge Challenger Drift Car. And this is how the positions of Group B remain. The Dodge Charger and the Dodge Challenger Drift Car qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group C. Nissan 180 X-Type 10 vs 2011 Camaro. Nissan 180 X-Type 10 vs 787B Mazda. (2011) Camaro vs 787B Mazda. And this is how the positions of Group C remain. The 787B Mazda and the Nissan 180 X-Type 10 qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group D. Power Rage vs Roadster. Power Rage vs 84 Mustang. '80 for Mustang vs Roadster. And this is how the positions of Group D remain. The Roadster and the '80 for Mustang qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group E. Electro Silhouette vs McLaren P1. Electro Silhouette vs Pagani Zonda R. Pagani Zonda R vs McLaren P1. And this is how the positions of Group E remain. The McLaren P1 and the Electro Silhouette qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group F. Aston Martin Vantage vs Lamborghini Miura SV. Aston Martin Vantage vs Custom Mustang. Lamborghini Miura SV vs Custom Mustang. And this is how the positions of Group F remain. The Lamborghini Miura SV and the Custom Mustang qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group G, Lamborghini Aventador vs Torque Twister. Lamborghini Aventador vs McLaren Elva. McLaren Elva vs Torque Twister. And this is how the positions of Group G remain. Torque Twister and McLaren Elva qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group H, Carbide vs Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Carbide vs 2023 Nissan Z. Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo vs 2023 Nissan Z. And this is how the positions of Group H remain. The Carbide and the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group I, Hot Wired vs McLaren F1. Hot Wired vs Bedlam. Bedlam vs McLaren F1. And this is how the positions of Group I remain. Bedlam and McLaren F1 qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group J, Toyota Supra vs Ford Focus RS. Toyota Supra vs Dodge Challenger. Ford Focus RS vs Dodge Challenger. And this is how the positions of Group J remain. The Dodge Challenger and the Toyota Supra qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group K. Maximum Leeway vs Lancia Delta Integrale. Maximum Leeway vs BMW 2002. BMW 2002 vs Lancia Delta Integrale. And this is how the positions of Group K remain. The BMW 2002 and Maximum Leeway qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group L. Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02 vs Mazda RX-7. Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02 vs 67 Ford GT40. '67 Ford GT40 vs Mazda RX-7, and this is how the positions of Group L remain. The Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02 and the Mazda RX-7 qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group M. Koenigsegg Gemera vs Braking Speed. Koenigsegg Gemera vs Cyberspeeder. Cyberspeeder vs Braking Speed. And this is how the positions of Group M remain. Koenigsegg Gemera and Cyberspeeder qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group N. Formul8r vs Honda S2000. Formul8r vs Pagani Huayra. Pagani Huayra vs Honda S2000. and this is how the positions of Gruppen remain. The Honda S2000 and the Pagani Huayra qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group O. Lamborghini Chiron FKP37 versus Porsche 911 Carrera. Lamborghini Chiron FKP37 versus Chevy Tahoe. Chevy Tahoe versus Porsche 911 Carrera. And this is how the positions of Group O remain. The Chevy Tahoe and the Porsche 911 Carrera qualify for the round of 32. Let's go with Group P. Koenigsegg Jesko versus 16 Cadillac. Koenigsegg Jesko versus Lamborghini Veneno. Lamborghini Veneno versus 16 Cadillac. And this is how the positions of Group P remain. Lamborghini Veneno and Koenigsegg Jesko qualify for the round of 32. And the pairings for the round of 32 are as follows: -2005 Mustang versus Dodge Challenger Drift Car, 787B Mazda versus 84 Mustang, McLaren P1 versus Custom Mustang, Torge Twister versus Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, Bedlam versus Toyota Supra, BMW 2002 versus Mazda RX-7, Koenigsegg Gemera versus Pagani Huayra, Chevy Tahoe versus Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista versus Dodge Charger, Nissan 180 X-Type 10 versus Roadster, Electro Silhouette versus Lamborghini Miura, McLaren Elva versus Carbide, McLaren F1 versus Dodge Challenger, Maximum Leeway versus Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, Cyberspeeder versus Honda S200, Porsche 911 Carrera versus Lamborghini Veneno. They go to the round of 16, Dodge Challenger Drift Car, Mazda 787B, McLaren P1, Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, Bedlam, Mazda RX-7, Koenigsegg Gemera, Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista, Roadster, Electro Silhouette, McLaren Elva, McLaren F1, Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, Honda S2000, Lamborghini Veneno. And the round of 16 matchups are Dodge Challenger Drift Car vs 787B Mazda, McLaren P1 vs Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, Bedlam vs Mazda RX-7, Koenigsegg Gemera vs Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista vs Roadster, Electro Silhouette vs McLaren Elva, McLaren F1 vs Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, Honda S2000 vs Lamborghini Veneno. They go to the quarterfinals: Mazda 787B, McLaren P1, Bedlam, Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista, Electro Silhouette, Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02, Lamborghini Veneno. And the quarterfinal matchups are 787B Mazda vs McLaren P1, Bedlam vs Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista vs Electro Silhouette, Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02 vs Lamborghini Veneno. Winners who advance to the semifinals: Mazda 787B, Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista, Lamborghini Veneno. And the semifinal matchups are 787B Mazda vs Koenigsegg Jesko, Automobili Pininfarina Battista vs Lamborghini Veneno. And the winners who will fight for the title, which in turn automatically qualify for the 2025 International Final, are the 787B Mazda and the Lamborghini Veneno. But the losers of the semifinals have an opportunity to qualify directly for the 2025 International Final, finishing third on the podium, and the bronze will be contested between Koenigsegg Jesko vs Automobili Pininfarina Battista. and the Automobili Pininfarina Battista qualifies directly for the 2025 International Final. Congratulations! Well, a whole season summarized here. Everyone had their own path, going from the group stage to the grand final. In round of 32, the 787B Mazda took on the 84 Mustang. In the round of 16, he faced the Dodge Challenger drift car. In the quarterfinals, they faced the McLaren P1. In the semifinals, they faced Koenigsegg Jesko, and now, in the grand final, they will face Lamborghini Veneno. Will they be the new champion? In the round of 32, the Lamborghini Veneno faced the Porsche 911 Carrera. In the round of 16, they faced the Honda S2000. In the quarterfinals, they faced the Nissan Leaf Nismo RC_02. In the semifinals, they faced Automobili Pininfarina Battista, and now, in the grand final, they will face the 787B Mazda. Will they be the new champion? And now, may the best one win. Good luck to both of you. The 787B Mazda is the new 2024 International champion, winning the grand final over the Lamborghini Veneno. IT is a historical milestone since IT is the first Mazda in the history of the championships to reach a final and win IT. The Bedlam presents the trophy to the new champion. With this victory, he will defend the title the following year. In the 2025 International Final, he gave a great course throughout the entire tournament, and now he is champion. Congratulations and congratulations to everyone who trusted in the 787B Mazda. Congratulations. My name is Marcos Rizzo, and it has been a magnificent day, and we will be seeing each other at the 2025 International Final. See you at the next opportunity, and good night.